Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. As always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, our live streams certainly wouldn't be as lively as they were. And last night was fantastic. Thanks to Law Nation for coming on, and we were talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the void in leadership coming from the Dallas Cowboys themselves. Of course, all of the stuff that's happened the past week between Darren McFadden's family being shot to Damien Wilson being arrested for the parking incident. And what's interesting is Law and I actually talked for about another half an hour after the show. And I'm picturing in my mind exactly what happened from what took place. And I bet you when I describe this to you, you can say, oh, I see how that happened. Because I know a lot of you guys, of course, have gone to tailgates or big events and things like that. And, parking is always a nightmare. I am not by any means trying to justify what went on. I'm just trying to give you a possible scenario, or at least imagine if you were in the situation. You're trying to get to the soccer event, this whatever it is, and fest and all that. And you just want to find a parking space. You've been riding around, and you can't find a freaking parking space. And it gets to be frustrating because you want to get to the event. It's hot, you're tired, you don't want to keep looking. You just want to get in there and start having some fun. You finally come across a group that's there tailgating. You know, they got the table out, they got music probably playing and everything else. They've had a few to drink, and they've kind of spread the heck out. Because what we're hearing in the reports are that they had multiple parking spaces. Okay, basically you pay for one parking space. It doesn't mean that you can just filter all over the place. Again, I'm not trying to justify it, just trying to set the scenario. So he sees all these parking spaces and said, hey, I'm gonna park in there. And these people have their shit set up and they're probably like, no, go someplace else, dude. This is our spot. You're not parking here. And he's probably like, F this. I'm parking my motherfucking shit up in there. Throws it in reverse and is figuring that she's going to move. Well, you get some people who have that extra adrenaline thanks to the liquor bottle. They probably said, oh no, you're not parking here. You're not parking here. Get out of here. And she's standing right there because the way it's being portrayed, and like I said, I don't have any facts. I am just giving you a different perspective on this. A lot of times we hear things that sound really, really bad, and the way it's portrayed by the sports media as the gotcha moment, but then when the facts come to light, the scenario is a little different than the way it was initially reported. Now, the way it came across the news is he just threw his car in reverse, ran over a woman and everything else, jumped out and pulled a gun. But I'm thinking in my mind, what rational person would just jump out, pull a gun and all that and figure everything's good? What I'm saying is, I guarantee you, it was a heated argument both ways. And he said, F this, I'm going to park. And proceeded to park. And she was probably stubborn enough to say, you ain't parking here, and refused to move. He bumped into her. Then the crowd starts screaming and everything else. And then he's going to fear for his life. He jumps out the truck with a gun in hand, which he shouldn't have had in the truck. Gun in hand, which is legal, by the way, in Texas, to defend himself. Now, that's a possible scenario, and maybe it's not as bad as we thought. Maybe it was just a case of too many hotheads and nobody wanted to stand down. I don't know, but I want to hear the whole story behind all of this because we haven't heard from any of the people that were there, the victims, have we? And generally speaking, when something goes wrong, they're the first one on TMZ to go ahead and talk about the story. Like I said, I'm not there. I don't know. I have no facts whatsoever. But in my mind, all of the blame is going directly at him, and nobody is looking at what transpired before. And is it possible that these people got pissed off at him, refused to move, took up all these parking spaces. There's no other place to park. He's trying to get a parking space. There's always, I will say this, there's always three sides to every argument. There's my story, there's your story, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. So let's see what else we hear from the story. So, anyway, I am excited today because, about a year and a half ago, my wife talked to me about building cabinets for her closet that she's wanted me to do and everything else. And I started it well over a year and a half ago, but life has gotten in the way between work and everything else, and just have not gotten this thing finished. Well, you guys have seen some of my videos, and you'll see all these damn cabinets that are in there. Well, those are hers for her closet, and I'm putting them in there today. And I know it's like, why are you excited about that? That's a whole bunch of work you got to do at home. Well, it is. It'll make her happy. Thank God it'll make her happy that she finally has all this organized closet. But that means that I can start doing some more projects for my man cave. So it's kind of like clearing the plate, getting that out the way, and then I can start really getting some stuff together on my man cave. And maybe that's the first step to doing some other stuff, like eventually like redoing the man cave and making it truly like a studio. Again, I want to thank Law Nation for being part of the show last night. We're looking at actually having Law Nation on as a regular, so you will get two sports talk guys for one, and we're going to make this the best Dallas Cowboys show out there. And we possibly are working on something big between the two of us. So we're going to see how that goes. And if that happens, man, it's going to be fantastic. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. It's my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report.